All right, hey guys, it's Brandy. I'm back with another video. Welcome to the Healthy Conscious Mompreneur YouTube channel where we talk all things health, business, mom life, Bible, children, we cover quite a bit of things, but it takes all these things to be a successful mompreneur. So today I wanted to talk to you about how important how important, how important allowing your child to do free play is or independent play. So I'm a big proponent of this. I've been practicing independent play with my daughter since she's been able to independently play, and they can really start doing that as a baby. Um, she's 4 years old now, and I can tell all the stuff that they say it does for your child, it definitely has done for her. So if you don't know a little bit about my background, my family was poisoned by high transmission power lines being too close to our house. And my mom virtually became allergic to electricity. She got diagnosed with electromagnetic sickness. And because of that, I learned how the effects of technology harm us, how technology harms our health. And regardless if you're noticing the symptoms or not, you're being affected by it. Just like sitting in front of the computer for X amount of time clumps your blood, which means you're not getting oxygen to your cells. It's causing oxidative stress in your body because it's a stressful thing in your environment. It's not natural. Um, I could go on and on about that, but because of this, I didn't want my daughter growing up playing with electronics. Like I wasn't going to allow her to play with electronics until she needed to play with electronics because like cell phones, there's studies and they've tested, and like because the child's blood-brain barrier isn't developed and their skull isn't fully developed, the waves from the phone and computers and Wi-Fi, it penetrates deeper in their brain than it does an adult's brain. And so, and then it also gets them addicted, just like adults are kind of addicted to their phones. Like you're always scrolling, you're always checking it and all that. I didn't want her to have those habits at such a young age. So while I couldn't control it, I will. Like I do a lot of things in her life because if she doesn't know any different, it's not an issue. It's only if she was to know, then it becomes an issue until she can understand. And even if she got to the point where she can understand, it still might be an issue. So I don't know. And it just changes their behavior. Like they get more irritable, they're less like not wanting to communicate with people. It makes them more like in a tunnel, in a zone. And so like I said, I didn't want that. So how I what I did is allowed her to do all the things she could do with her hands. Like I didn't even allow her to watch anything on TV until she was like 2 years old. Like by herself. Like when she was real little, probably like around 15 months, I started playing her Akili on YouTube, and that was just to teach her the alphabet and numbers and whatever. So like when she watches something, it's not for entertainment. It's for education. Okay. So as a baby, I let her be more independent, like with holding her bottle and feeding herself. Or I put her on the ground for tummy time and let her do her thing. Like I wasn't always just in her face trying to entertain her. I was there to monitor her, or like if she cried or something, I'd be able to get to her quick, but I didn't uh it's not even baby her because I definitely babied her. I didn't helicopter parent her. So like that helps them to build confidence. And my daughter is one of the most confident little children I know. Like she'll walk up to anybody about anything and ask them anything and do whatever she thinks she needs to do or say. Like she's probably more confident than me when it comes to that. But she's only had toys that like she can be creative with. So we had a lot of coloring toys. We had a lot of like instruments. Those little doodle things we used to have with the magnet. That was her toy in the car. That's what she had to play with in the car. And then I'd have books. She always had books. So she did a lot with books, and she had lots of stuffed animals. And so she started using her imagination. She would, when she was little and she'd wake up in the morning, she'd put her animals up there and feed them, put the covers on them, cuddle with them, and then like in the morning, that was another thing. I didn't run to her as soon as I heard her in the morning. Like it got to the point where she would just call me when she was ready to like for me to come get her. Like she would wake up and play a little bit by herself before I came and got her in the morning times, which was real cute. She'd be like, "Mommy, I'm ready." And she's been talking for a long time. Uh, she probably started talking around 15 months. By the time she was 18 months, she could say over 100 words. So what I'm doing obviously has to be working. It's not harming her, is what I can say. I look some other stuff. It's definitely helped her be more of a problem solver and creative. She um she loves blocks. I got her those little magnetic tiles. I don't know if you've seen them. I'll link them below because they're excellent. I love them. She has her books. The other thing that I used to let her watch, maybe like twice a day, they're like 30 minutes. I bought the whole Your Baby Can Read program. And I think that's maybe what helped her also start talking a little sooner. I don't know. It just could be just what was destined for her because she loves to talk. She talks my head off. And if you see her in a video, you'll be able to see right away that she loves to talk. She loves to entertain. She has us playing skits where she makes the Bible stories because that's mainly the thing that I let her watch now that she's older or since she's been about 2. I let her watch that, but she'd also be playing with something while she's watching it. So I let her start playing first, and then I might come in and turn on the Bible story. And so then she'd have me playing a character, and she's a character, and she's telling you your role and all this stuff. And for her to be able to do that means that her creativity and her imagination and her ability to receive what she's being exposed to and then communicate it back is really good. And I think that comes from allowing her to free play and not controlling her play environment or what she's doing when she's playing. Like I don't go in and be like, okay, you have to do this like this. I don't do that. Like, and there's even toys that I can give her, like those little shape tiles that we used to have, and then you make pictures. They give you a card and it shows you how to make the picture. Like I could give her something like that and she could open it up and she would be able to figure out what she's supposed to do without me telling her what to do, just by like observing it and doing that. So it's definitely allowed her to develop a high level of problem solving skills at a young age. So use that as an example as to why you want your child to free play. If they're better problem solvers now, that means they'll be better problem solvers later when it really matters. And that is a skill that's developed at a young age. Um, so stay away from the stimulating toys, stay away from the shows that are like just pure entertainment because it's doing something to their brain that doesn't allow them to fully develop the skills that are necessary, and then you're like just training these people that want to just be entertained, and you don't want to raise a child that just wants to be entertained, especially if you're going to be like a stay-at-home mom slash mompreneur, because how are you supposed to get anything done if all you have to do is entertain? Like I can go set Journey in her schoolroom and I can be like, all right, eat your food. While she's eating her food, I'll let her watch a Bible story. And like when you're done eating, bring your plate to the kitchen and come back in here and do a puzzle. Like she loves doing puzzles. That's another thing that I let her do. So she likes to do it. And then she'll be like, "No, mom, get out of here. I'm playing right now." So she doesn't even want you in their play space, which is it's nice, But then at the same time, I will sit down and play with her at times just because she wants me to, especially when we're role playing or something like that, because she likes to do that. So it's just about learning your child and doing what you feel is best for them. But it's all, I mean, it can't harm them to become independent, to become confident, to foster their creativity, to foster their imagination, to build problem solving skills, which is what you're doing by allowing them to free play. So I encourage you to let your children free play. If you do that already, leave me a comment below and let me know how you can see what it's done in your child by allowing them to have that space to develop who they are and just learn stuff on their own. Also, you can subscribe to my free VIP community where we talk more in depth about these subjects. I have other resources in there about entrepreneurship, motherhood, um, being an author, health and wellness, you name it. I cover it because it's a lifestyle. So you have to cover multiple areas to create the lifestyle. And I'm here to help people raise children who are capable, who believe in themselves, and who like walk knowing that they have a purpose and that they have the confidence to fulfill their purpose, that they'll have the skills necessary to do it. Because it's easier to implant these things in them at a very young age than it is when they're older. It's easier to learn and it be your default than to unlearn and create a new default. So I hope that was helpful. I know I rambled on a lot about my daughter, but that's who I've experimented with. Not even that I experimented, but I guess you could look at it as an experiment because I I guess my mom let me do it too because my mom was an entrepreneur and it was just me and her a lot of the times. And because of that, I'm a much more problem solving type person and I'm sure about what I'm gonna do and I'm not scared to try it. And I think that comes from allowing your child to free play. Seriously. And there's lots of research on it saying the same things that I'm saying. I'm just have a living example of what they say free play let your children be able to do. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel because I will be dropping more like it. Like the video, share it. And like I said, don't forget to join my free VIP school group. And until next time, bye.